The smoke from Athens still drifted across the water. Persian forces had burned the city days before. Now hundreds of ships crowded the narrow straits near Salamis, oars resting, waiting for the order. In the council tent, the commanders had already reached their conclusion. Strike now. Persia outnumbered the Greeks. Delay would look like weakness. Only one commander advised against it. She ruled a coastal city in Caria. She commanded 5 ships. She was the only woman in that council. Her name was Artemisia I, and she told the king the battle would be a mistake. He chose to fight anyway. What followed confirmed her warning. Artemisia I ruled Halicarnassus, a Greek-speaking city on the southwestern coast of Anatolia under Persian authority. After her husband's death, she governed, likely as regent for her young son. In the ancient world, regency was not ceremonial. It required administration, revenue management, and defense. Halicarnassus was a maritime city. Its security and prosperity depended on ships and trade across the Aegean. Artemisia governed within that system. Naval strength was not theoretical to her. It shaped the survival of her city. When Xerxes assembled his campaign against Greece in 480 BCE, he demanded ships from across the empire. Phoenicia supplied a major fleet. Egypt contributed ships. Cyprus and other subject regions followed. Artemisia I brought 5 triremes. Each trireme required trained rowers, disciplined coordination, and experienced command. Naval combat, especially in confined waters, depended on timing and maneuver rather than sheer size. Her presence in the campaign is recorded by Herodotus, our primary source for these events. Writing from the Greek side, he preserves her counsel and her actions with unusual respect. After burning Athens, the Persian forces expected the Greek fleet to scatter. Instead, it withdrew to the straits near Salamis. The location was deliberate. The waters were narrow. Large fleets could not easily maneuver in formation. Numbers could become an obstacle rather than an advantage. Xerxes convened his commanders. Most urged immediate engagement. The reasoning was straightforward. Persia outnumbered the Greeks. A decisive naval victory would end resistance. Artemisia I disagreed. According to Herodotus, she advised Xerxes not to risk battle in the straits. She argued that the Greek alliance was unstable and might dissolve without confrontation. More critically, she warned that narrow waters would reduce Persian numerical strength to congestion. In open sea, large fleets dominate. In confined channels, coordination breaks down. Her counsel was strategic. But Xerxes faced pressures beyond tactical calculation. The campaign had been staged as a demonstration of imperial strength. Withdrawal without engagement risked signaling hesitation before allies and subject states. He ordered the fleet into the straits. The Persian fleet entered the narrows. What had appeared overwhelming in open water became difficult to control. Ships crowded one another. Oars tangled. Signals were misread. The geography limited coordinated movement. Greek triremes, lighter and accustomed to the terrain, exploited the disorder. The Persian formation fractured. In the confusion, Artemisia I's ship was pursued by an Athenian trireme. Ahead, the channel tightened. Behind her, the Greek vessel closed. There was no clear route of escape. She altered course and rammed a ship from Kalindos, an allied vessel fighting on the Persian side. The impact destroyed it. The pursuing Greek captain, seeing her strike what appeared to be a friendly ship, assumed she was no longer a target of priority. He broke off pursuit. Artemisia I escaped. From a vantage point overlooking the battle, Xerxes observed the maneuver. Believing she had destroyed a Greek ship, he reportedly remarked,
My men have become women, and my women men.
The Persian fleet was defeated at Salamis. Artemisia I survived. Salamis did not end the war immediately, but it ended the illusion of inevitability. For the first time in the campaign, the Persian navy had been broken in open view of its king. Xerxes had watched from the shore as his fleet crowded, fractured, and burned. This was not a minor setback. Naval control was essential. Without dominance at sea, supply lines were fragile. Communication across the Aegean was vulnerable. The campaign could not advance indefinitely without risk. Xerxes convened council again. Herodotus records that Artemisia I once more advised restraint. She urged the king to return to Asia and preserve what remained of imperial strength. Leave a trusted general to continue operations if necessary, but do not risk personal exposure in a campaign whose momentum had shifted. It was a pragmatic assessment, and this time he listened. Xerxes withdrew east. The following year, Persian forces were defeated at Plataea. The invasion failed. The Greek mainland remained independent. But the empire did not collapse. Persia did not fragment. Its administrative system held. Its provinces did not revolt. Its economy did not disintegrate. The campaign failed. The empire endured. Artemisia I did not vanish in disgrace. Herodotus records that Xerxes entrusted her with the care of his sons during the return journey to Asia. In a culture where royal heirs represented continuity itself, this was not ceremonial trust. It was political confidence. The king, who had ignored her warning, still relied on her judgment, and then she disappears from the record. There is no dramatic fall, no execution, no exile. Silence. That silence is not failure, it is survival. Many commanders at Salamis lost ships, status, or influence. Artemisia returned to Halicarnassus, having preserved her fleet and her standing. Her power was not theatrical, it was durable. Herodotus was Greek. He was writing about a Persian invasion of his own world. He could have reduced her to caricature. He did not. He preserved her arguments, her strategic reasoning, her decisive maneuver in battle. He recorded that among the many commanders of Xerxes' fleet, one had assessed the situation correctly. A woman commanding 5 ships for the Persian king. She did not win the battle. She did not command the fleet. She did not alter the outcome of the war. But she saw clearly. She spoke honestly. She acted decisively. And she survived the collapse she had predicted. That is not legend. That is recorded history. At Salamis, when the largest fleet in the world trusted its size, Artemisia I trusted the terrain. She understood something that even kings can overlook. Scale is not strength. Confidence is not clarity. And power, when pressed into narrow waters, must adapt or break. History often celebrates those who win. It remembers less easily those who endure. Yet survival inside a collapsing moment, clarity inside collective error, is its own form of authority. Artemisia I commanded 5 ships, but in the council before Salamis, she was the only voice that saw the water clearly. If you are drawn to stories like this, where power is not loud, where authority is not inherited unquestioned, and where women move history from within its fault lines, consider subscribing. Next, we turn to another woman who stood inside empire, but whose influence did not rest on ships or strategy. Until then, this was Artemisia I.